Hello, welcome, happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakulina. I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time, and here on the Heart of Success show, I share tips, method, tools, knowledge, experience about success, and not in limited sense of success and the definition of the success as a accumulation of the wealth and roles and positions, but in the sense of redefining success that we can actually build for ourselves in all areas of our life. Today is an interesting topic because today is 26th of January and it is an Australian day. So there's many reasons for this day to be very controversial because in one hand, there's some people are celebrating this country and the Australia Day, but there's many people, including non-Indigenous people, but mostly Aboriginals and Indigenous people, who are actually having different perspective on this day. They call it Survival Day. They call it Mourning Day because this is the day, 26th of January, 1788. The first fleet from Britain, get to the shores of the Sydney, and from that day onward, the colonization started, and of course, all of the forms of oppression started to be implemented to First Nation people. There's a theft of the land, there's stealing children, all sorts of oppression, killing, and so not only the country is asking First Nation people to celebrate Australian Day on a day of colonization, but they also asking to celebrate this country. Even this country didn't include them into their constitution. So there's a big duality and separation right now happening in many years since 1788, when for some reason this date became a national public holiday, which was only formed in 1994. It's become a public holiday. But in 1901, Australia became a Commonwealth country. So there's many different opinions about it, but also, of course, it's like, for many people, it is just another holiday where they can get together with friends and family and have barbecue and just spend a really nice day together. But also for others, it's a celebration of survival from the oppression of colonization, right? So, there's many offers for change the date, and it's the date of Australia Day to become on a different date so that it can unite people and have a date that will comprehensive and inclusive for all Australians, including the First Nation people, right? So it's like I'm myself an immigrant to this country. And when I arrived in 1994, that's where the Australia Day became officially a national public holiday. So in the beginning, I didn't really kind of had any understanding of implication of this date. And I was celebrating like everyone else, thinking that this country gave me personally a lot of opportunities and a lot of chances to be successful, which I used. I used to become successful in business, in my life, and I used to celebrate Australian Day with friends and family without even realizing that there's so many controversial facts and the historical data involved in that date. So it feels like, almost imagine if you have a beautiful house, everything is in peace and in order, functioning within the laws of nature, and then some uninvited guests came and they did a very horrible things in your house, and then asked you to celebrate and party. So this is how it feels, I guess, for people who are survived the oppression of the colonization, right? So, and of course, the Aboriginal people and people of the in First Nation, they have completely different perspective, and there was attempt about 25 years ago to say sorry to the First People Nation, and there was a reconciliation initiative, but it didn't really go ahead, and nothing elaborated or eventuated from that, because legally it is still in the same place as it is was back in when they actually been announcing that Australia Day is back into 1788. So, the First Nation people still not included in our society as a equal members, right? So, how long we're gonna to pretend that everything is functioning well and everything is in accordance to that, united concept? Of course, it's not. So, for a long period of time, a lot of us are simply not interested in finding the truthfulness and reality of it, and live in denial. But at the same time, the data says that on 26 January 1888, so there was a first protest organized by the leaders or by the elders of Aboriginal people, and of course it was unnoticed and not even been, it was not even reported. So then on January 26, 1938, on the 150th anniversary of this day, of the arrival of the First Fleet, there was another big protest in Sydney, which involved hundreds of people. And then since that day, every year, there's a protest happening in our capitals and big cities, protest about this day being an Australian Day. So there's many people against celebrating Australian Day. And so there was many people, like thousands of people every year, and every year people, as they start to become aware of the history and reality and truthfulness of what's really happening on that day, many people are start to participate in this sort of protests. And in 2020, over 100,000 people been involved in a protest on that day. So many people believe that this day, the Australian Day, needs to be happen on different day. Maybe on a day when 1901 Australia announced itself to be a Commonwealth country. Maybe could be an Australian Day, but 26th of January is a day of very huge duality that is actually asked to be celebrated. So for me personally, I feel like there needs to be a attempt to have the unity, and also of course the resolution with government and First Nation people needs to be taken into another level. And so for me personally, it is a day of invitation for the unity. It is a day of invitation to think and accept the reality and start to create unity first within ourselves. Because if we're not doing it for ourselves, we're gonna to take different parts of duality. The ones that are saying, oh, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna to celebrate this Australia Day because I love this country and things like that. I'm not saying that's unacceptable. It's good. The country is beautiful. It gave me a lot of opportunities and chances. But at the same time, there's people that are saying, well, let's change the date to celebrate Australia, because this creates a lot of turmoil and pain for the people who actually survived the colonization, right? So and I think we need to start seriously think about it. And within ourselves, if we all start to really see that this day is creating a pain and basically re-wounding the people of the First Nation, it traumatized them again and again. So that really needs to be resolved. The sooner, the better. And I also would like to say to you that there's also was a transition of a very famous person last week, in the beginning of this week. The person that was so enlightened, and it was basically called Living Buddha or the Living Christ. That's Thich Nhat Hanh. So he transitioned into the better world, and what he said, I'm just gonna to read what he said, is really really related to everything that happens right now around the world, with the dualities and separations of the First Nation people, and also within our own society, how the divide is happening through everything that is imposed right now, in terms of mandates and things like that. So, and this is really really important for people to start to understand that everything starts from within ourselves. And of course, we need to start to do our own inner process and start to develop and grow our state of a victory rather than the state of being victim, right? So, but I'm going to quote the living Buddha, the Thich Nhat Hanh. What he said is, our capacity to make peace with another person and with the world depends very much on our capacity to make peace within ourselves. If we are at war with our parents, our family, our society, or our church, there is probably a war going on inside us also. So the most basic work for peace is to return to ourselves and create harmony among the elements within us, our feelings, our perceptions, and our mental states. So this is something that is so important for people to start to understand. Everything will be changed if only we start to turn our focus within ourselves and start to notice and be aware of how we create duality, how we create separation. So I invite you to contemplate on that and start to look at yourself from that angle. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's a beautiful day in Australia here. And I wish happy Australia Day for the ones who are celebrating it. And I wish to have a happy survival day for the ones who actually celebrating the survival. I would like to say happy romantic day for the ones who are in the romantic relationships. I would like to invite you and say and wish to you happy, beautiful day, happy unity day for the ones that would like to have that unity, first within yourself and second with everyone around you. I love you very much, and I will come back to with another topic next week, to create and celebrate the unity within ourselves and with others. So there's many areas of our life where we need to start to have the healing, because only by talking about it and only declaring that we are sorry, like 25 years ago attempt of the government to say sorry to the First Nation people and creating reconciliation initiative didn't really do anything, because the healing never ever took the place. So we need to start to stop only just having that kind of a verbal verbal talking but not doing. So I invite you to start to really look within yourself and start to make and build that unity within itself. It's not going to happen overnight, but if you have intention within yourself to build the unity so that your life will change and then the life of others around you will change, well, then you need to start now. I wish you great day and make it great day. Don't just wish it, make it. It's all up to you. So thank you so much. And I would like to, oh yeah, Julie. Hello, Julie. Yes, enjoy your day. Much love to you. Absolutely. I am enjoying my day. Just doing things, creating something that is amazing. Oh, Tracy, thank you so much being here with me. Happy Australia Day if you celebrate it. Happy Survival Day if you celebrate that too. But I am talking about Happy Unity Day, Happy United Day that I hope one day we can find and create a day that include everyone in this country and everyone in the world. Thank you so much. And I would like just to put that music back. See you next week.